guys, what's going on? My name is Chris, and I'm your dad next door. In today's video here, we are actually going to do another USB microphone comparison, and we are going to be putting the Maono AU-A04 back on the stand, and then we will be pitting it up against the Audio-Technica AT2005. This Audio-Technica microphone here that's currently hooked up, this is another one of those USB and XLR versions of microphones. So today we're going to be just using the USB and seeing how that sounds as compared to our Maono microphone. So let's get this guy on a stand, we'll get that all set up, and then we will start doing some testing on the different settings for these microphones. So now we have both of these microphones hooked up here in USB format. The Maono uses a USB Type B connector, the fat one. This guy uses a micro USB connector, very similar, not a big deal difference in the formats there. They're both USB 2 microphones. The AT2005 is a top address microphone. That's why it's positioned facing towards me. The Maono AU-A04 is a side address or front address microphone, so the capsule is actually looking right at me. That's why I'm talking into the side of it and not the top. The big difference between these two microphones is the AT2005 is a dynamic microphone. So the dynamic microphone, as we've discussed in the past, has a diaphragm that is moved by sound pressure, whereas the Maono AU-A04 is a condenser microphone, which has an electric coil that picks up sound. So the Maono is going to have more signal noise that is created naturally within it. And we're going to take a few seconds here, and I'm going to make no sounds, and we're going to see if we can hear any difference between the two microphones in just the ambiance of the room and see how much actual room noise these microphones collect. So from a noise meter perspective, I could see the Maono jumping all over the place on that quiet section. You could definitely tell that there's a whole lot of ambient noise that the microphone is still getting. It's probably the wind from my fan here, or it's picking up sound from my computer fans or things like that. But we'll see what it sounds like in the post-recording. Now, both of these microphones are cardioid, meaning that if you go around them, such as so, you go around the microphones as we've done in the past, and you'll notice the voice tapers off as you go around them. They both have very, very similar patterns though, so you should notice that both of those taper off the same as I'm going around there, and they should be pretty equal in how much. But you always want to have the microphone kind of in front of you, very close to your mouth. One big thing that we've seen in the past, a lot of content creators early on in their careers buy lower end microphones. I don't want to say cheap because these are both within $50 to $70 range, so they're not super expensive. But a big thing with microphones right now, especially in this price range, are having them set up near your mouth. If you want to put the microphone down here, as I'm smacking things around, if you want to put the microphone way over there, that Maono is not going to sound good. You're not going to get good audio quality out of it, and you're going to hear every button click you make. You're going to be able to hear basically every key that gets hit on this keyboard or anything like that over my voice because of the positioning of the microphone. Right? So this is just, whenever you're doing any type of recording, you want to make sure that you have the microphone as close as possible to you, so that it's not overbearing from the video quality. Right? You don't want the microphone to block your face, but at the same time, you want the microphone to be as near your mouth as you can, so that way you don't have that much loss going from the air to the microphone. Remember, the more distance the audio has to travel, the less quality the microphone is going to pick up. For the audio recording portion, we are just going to grab some words out of this book, Fake Mustache. I grabbed it off my children's bookshelf here. I'm hoping I'll be able to get my hands in position to be able to hold this book open and still keep my mouth over the microphone. But we're just going to do a quick reading here, and then we'll do a comparison of the sound between the two different microphones and see what we got going. Just as I was about to get to sleep, my cell phone buzzed. New text message. Best day ever. Met Jody. Thinks she likes me. I like her. If you see her again, will you ask her if she likes me? Sorry. Can't trick or treat tonight. Bit busy. Later. Casper. After that, I couldn't get to sleep for a long time, but it didn't matter. I was a prisoner in a fake mustache. I could sleep late the next day, and maybe the next, and maybe the next, and maybe. Hey everybody, it's me, Jody O Rodeo. This whole thing is pretty crazy, huh? I mean, if this was the plot of an episode of the Jody O Rodeo Shodio, you'd be like, Jody's totally lost it. Well, hold on, because it's about to get all jacked up like you wouldn't believe. But you're just going to have to wait a minute. I'd better start back where Lenny left off. While he was being held prisoner, that creepy ex-friend of his, the so-called Governor Faco Mustachio, escorted me out of the building. He tried to act like he was a gentleman, not a dipwad with a fake mustache. I think he was trying to hit on me. No ding-dang way, you creep. So that's really going to be it for the testing portion. I went back and listened to some of the audio differences, and I have to say the AT2005 doesn't bring in the low end as much as I would like. This Maono does a really good job of that. The only downside of the Maono, like I've said before, is it does pick up a lot of ambient noise. If there's something going on around you, it's going to pick that up a lot more than the AT2005 will. But I don't know. I almost really like the sound quality of the Maono better if it came in a feature package of Audio-Technica or in a dynamic form. I think that would be much better. And to clarify, I think the AT2005 is limited by the USB. I think the USB gives it that tinny sound because I don't seem to note that as much when I use it in XLR form. And maybe we'll do another test of the AT2005 using USB versus XLR in the future. But that's my comparison to these two microphones. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys understand the differences of what these two microphones can do. And the intention is to help them fit your voice pattern as best as possible. Hey guys, so that concludes my review today. I just want to say that I think both of these microphones can be excellent starter microphones, and a good option to have is just to find a way to get a microphone that fits your vocal pattern and works really well with you. I typically have a deeper voice, and the way I talk brings out a lot more of that barrel roll of the bass, and I think the Maono better suits my vocal pattern versus the USB form, right? Again, now I'm back in XLR, and I feel like the pass-through, I feel like the tinniness of this microphone is not the limitation of the microphone itself, but the profile or the way the USB circuit is set up to transmit back to the PC. Other than that, I think they're, again, both great starter microphones. If you guys are looking for either a condenser or a dynamic microphone for your setup for podcasting, streaming, whatever your setup is going to be, these are great things to start with. I definitely think you guys should check them out. If you guys have any questions or anything I didn't cover in this video that you want to discuss about or kind of ask any questions, or if you have another microphone that you want me to review and you have some comments or questions, you guys can either catch me on my Twitch, provide comments in this video, or just hit thumbs up and I'll know that you guys enjoyed the content. Links to my social profiles are in the description of the video. My name is Chris. I'm your dad next door, and we'll check you next time.